Hey guys, just got home from Black Label Society, Atomic Bitchwax, and Conan. They play back to back. They're touring right now in North America, and they play back to back shows in the city of Toronto. I went to the second show, and I really went there to see Conan. I'm not gonna say that I went there for Black Label Society. Obviously, I don't mind seeing Black Label Society. I've never seen them before, so I was excited about the prospects of seeing them. But I really went there for Conan. There's a band that I really like. I like their style. I like their sound. I like the little twist they give to the genre of doom. Within that genre, they give their own flavor to it, almost with some hints of industrial and sludge. So I really like their style, and I really wanted to see them live because I honestly don't know when they're going to be the next time that I'm going to get a chance to see these guys live. Before they played one single note, the lead singer, guitar player, comes on stage and he's wearing a Fudge Tunnel long sleeve sweater. Immediately, I was like, this is a man after my own heart. He can do no wrong going forward. I don't care if he smashes the guitar on an amp, if he misses a bunch of chords. Honestly, it wouldn't matter for me from that point on. The fact that he was wearing Fudge Tunnel swag, he had me. Like, I'm a huge fan of Fudge Tunnel, so seeing somebody else wearing Fudge Tunnel, I was like, yeah. Like, immediately, I had a smile. As far as their performance is concerned, I really have to mention this. I love their performance. I love their set. I love their sound. But I have to give. There's two people that deserve a mention when it comes to Conan's performance. The first person is whoever was in charge of the lights. Absolutely magnificent job adding atmosphere, ambiance to the band's performance. They have a very specific style. They have a very specific way of playing. Their music is very different even from other doom metal bands. They have a very unique style to them, and changing the way you do the lights, or not changing, but doing it properly, doing it in a way that adds atmosphere, that adds ambiance to their performance, makes a band's performance 1,000 times better, and that was the case tonight. Their performance was absolutely magnificent, but the work that went with the lights to really enhance certain parts of the songs, to really bring those to life, to really give energy, to give a spirit, if you will, to the song. It was absolutely magnificent, well done, spot on, really a wonderful job bringing the band's performance to a much higher level. So that's the first shout out. The second is for the drummer from Conan. Absolutely incredible. To me, he was a highlight within the highlight of watching the band. He was absolutely phenomenal. He was brutal. He was energetic. He just took a live performance to a whole new level. He just enhanced the overall band and enhanced the overall performance. And from an audience perspective, he enhanced my enjoyment of seeing the band live, because I was front row, dead center. So he's facing me, I'm facing him. My eyes were focused on him. I had a hard time switching between the bassist and the lead singer because my eyes were constantly going back to him and to how energetic, how into it, how integrated with the music he was, and how much energy he brought to his performance. Kudos to him. I really enjoyed the band's performance. I thought they were absolutely phenomenal. This is a band that perhaps is not for everybody, and a lot of the people that went to the show, they didn't go there to see them, so they perhaps are not a band that falls in their wheelhouse, if you will. I really went there for them, so I really enjoyed the performance. I was not disappointed. I walked away very happy because they put on a great show, and the drummer specifically, my God, he killed it. Right after comes the Atomic Bitchwax. I've never heard of these guys before. I never seen them live, never heard a single song from them, so I honestly didn't know what to expect. The moment they started playing, the first thing that came to mind was that these guys, after 2-3 songs, I turned to the person next to me and I said, wow, what a blend of sound. It's like psychedelic 60s rock with 70s rock, but then there's some progressive elements in there. Wow, it's really like a melting pot of different eras and different styles of rock, different genres, and they blend it all together and they put it together into this band and into their performance. They also had a shout out. They also deserve a shout out. Their guitar player, absolutely phenomenal. Like I said, I went in. I didn't know the band. I didn't know the style. As I'm listening to songs, I'm discovering where they fall in, or at least it's really hard to put them under one specific category. But at least I get a sense for what their style is, what their vibe is, what they have to offer the audience. And I like it. I like that style. I like that psychedelic rock mixed in with progressive 60s, 70s era. I like that. It's different. It's a throwback sound. There's a few bands doing it now, and I really like it because it really is reminiscent of an old era of rock and roll, perhaps a more pure era of rock and roll. And I like that. But the guitar player stole the show. He stole the night. This guy was absolutely phenomenal. I was like, this guy's putting on a clinic. And then after him, Black Label Society's coming on. So there's going to be another clinic right after. So this was the warm-up to the later on clinic. But he put on an absolutely tremendous show. What an insane guitar player. Really good. Technically sound, absolutely phenomenal. He was just one with the guitar. He blew me away. I was not expecting that going in. Honestly, I didn't know what to expect at all because I've never heard of the band. But whatever in my wildest dreams, whatever I imagined this band to be, I never imagined that they would have a guitar player as good as this guy was. Absolutely killer, phenomenal. And then after him, you get another amazing guitar player in Zach. So he comes on with Black Label Society. First time seeing him live. First time seeing Black Label Society live. I was absolutely floored. His pedals were covered with a plastic, and I've never seen that before. I've been to so many concerts. I've never seen a guitar player that has his pedals covered in plastic, and I was wondering why they were covered in plastic. It took me maybe 3 songs to realize why, because the guy sweats a lot. Like, he was soaked, absolutely soaked head to toe, and he was dripping sweat. I think I got a bunch of his DNA on me because, like, I was so close to him. Which, by the way, what a way to enjoy a show. Nothing better. Front row, dead center. What a way to enjoy a show. So then I understood why the pedals were covered, because he sweats so. He puts so much energy into his performance. It's not just, he's an incredible, out of this world guitar player. I don't think I've ever seen a guitar player put on a clinic or a performance at this level. I could think, and I can think, and I can think, and I can think. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull a name out of my hat of somebody that I've seen live put on a better performance guitar-wise as he did tonight. Absolutely, I was floored with the things that he could do on the guitar. I don't think honestly, I don't think any other human being can even come close to some of the things he did on the guitar. Absolutely incredible. But he's not just a guitar player. He's not just a singer. To me, there's an aura about him that really comes through in the performance. He is not the kind of guy to really interact with the audience, to really talk a lot in between songs. He's pretty business. He's pretty song after song after song after song. But the energy that he brings to every single song, the energy that he brings with his performance, absolutely killer. The intensity in the room, it just goes through the roof. You could feel it. It's electric. His performance as the lead man, as the guitar player, absolutely electric. It electrifies the whole crowd in the venue. A couple more things I want to mention is the fact that they did a tribute to Vinnie Paul and Dimebag Darrell. They had their 2 banners, one on each side of the drums with their faces on. So they did tribute to him. Kudos to them for doing something like that. It was really nice. You could feel like the crowd was really feeling it as well. So that was really nice. And then the other highlight of the night, perhaps, was when Zach and the other guitar player, they came into the audience and they jumped on top of the bar and they had a solo off. Like, one does a solo, the other one does a solo, the other one does a solo. I think they went on for about 10-15 minutes like that, like back to back, back and forth. Absolutely electrifying the crowd. All the eyes were on stage. Suddenly everybody's back is towards the stage and everybody's looking at them standing on top of the bar, going at each other with their guitars. Absolutely killer. It brought the audience back into the show, and I think it really allows the audience to really connect more with the show and feel like they're perhaps having a more intimate and interactive experience versus just seeing your idols on the stage. So I really like that they did that. It's different and it's unique and it's characteristic of the band. So I really like the fact that they do that. It really adds a different element for the fans that are there to watch them. But I must say, killer set as well, killer performance. They played for an hour and a half. They finished with Stillborn, which, I was not surprised that that's the track they decided to finish off the night. They finished with Stillborn, played for about an hour and a half. Great night, great set, great night of rock and roll more than anything. Great night of great guitar players. Great night of great performances. I was not disappointed. This is a great tour, really well packaged, with 3 bands that are really going to give you something different. They all have their highs, and they all have their niches, if you will, and they all have their own distinct styles. The fact that you get to go to one show and see all these 3 bands together and have that very unique up and down experience, I think it's really important, and it adds something. Sometimes it gets monotonous when all bands sound exactly the same, so the fact that they have 3 bands that have some common denominators, if you will, they're very different and very unique in their own way. All right, guys, this was a great show in Toronto. If you have a chance to catch these guys live, I highly recommend it. Great performances all around, like I just said, and I think you're going to walk away feeling like you just got your money's worth. All right, guys, we'll have more videos on the channel tomorrow. Come back and check us out. See ya.